Hey everyone, it's me, Avery.
And Vivi.
And we're going to be talking about the Great Barrier Reef today. And let's just get started, shall we? Okay. Vivi, what and where is the Great Barrier Reef?
The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system, composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands, stretching for over 2,300 kilometers over an area of approximately 344,000 square kilometers.
I'm going to talk about where it is, and it's off the east coast of the Queensland mainland of Australia. Okay, so this is a map of Australia, and the Great Barrier Reef is
all along that coast right there.
Yep.
So this is just an overview of what it looks like, and that's the coast of Australia, and these are all the reefs forming off of it.
We've now had 3 major bleaching events on the Great Barrier Reef. In 98, 2002, and again just recently in 2016. We zigzagged along the whole length in a helicopter and fixed wing plane. We put about 100 people underwater. The extent and severity of this bleaching is off the chart. Typically, a bleached coral is nutritionally compromised. But this time around, we discovered an additional phenomenon. Many of the corals we surveyed were already dead. They actually cooked. And that's because the temperatures this time around were so extreme.
Already in 2016, severe coral bleaching has also been recorded across the Pacific Ocean, in Fiji, across the Indian Ocean, in the Maldives and the Seychelles, and even in the southern Red Sea. Similar events are predicted across the Caribbean and Micronesia. In a year in which the impacts of heat stress on the global ocean have reached unprecedented extremes, as the distribution of marine species continues to change, as storm surges continue to intensify, as sea ice and glacier melt accelerate, and as sea level rise and human displacement intensifies.
Countries around the world in Paris last year have committed to a rapid transition away from fossil fuels towards a more sustainable, renewable energy.
Paris marked the moment when the world finally decided to heed the ever-rising mountain of evidence that had been piling up for years and began instead to galvanize our focus.
Just like they were talking about in the video, certain areas of coral have been more affected by this coral bleaching, so it's been split into 3 areas: the north, the central, and the south. And the south is the healthiest with only 1% dead. The central has 6% dead on average, and the far north has 26% dead, and the less part of the north, closer to the central, has 67%. Avery, can you explain how it was formed geologically?
I would love to. So corals began to form around the base of these mountains, which at the time were continental islands. Once sea levels began to rise, the growth of the coral began to creep up the mountains, which were eventually completely submerged, leaving behind small islands, barrier reefs, and atolls that we know and all see today. This is the continental shelf, which I was saying was the island, that then began to creep up and coral began to form to it. As waters started to rise, we can now all see the coral today. Okay, so for our